My God, I hate drugs.
Una-una, gaano ho karampat ang smuggling sa inyong lugar, Ginoong
By the looks of it, actually before this crop up actually, pumutok to dahil nga sa itong kay Keminares request. Palagay ko, I remember about 3 years ago, there was this ship loaded with rice with no permit and created a raucous in my city. And as a matter of fact, some councilors went to the wharf, Pantalan, to inspect it, but they were not allowed. Over a period of so many months, dahan-dahan na wala yun. And I think that if you reckon it with the losses in terms of peso, 6 billion, it must be a very, very huge network. I cannot, because this is the first time that I took notice of this activity. But for a fact that I was requested, kaso makialam ako because I said there is a request coming from a legitimate authority about finances, that is Keminares.
But
although sa BIR siya.
But we're only talking about rice smuggling. What about the other products?
Malaki
Do
ho
you have
yun.
any information
Sir,
about it, Mr. Mayor?
di masyado ako. I know lahat, kotse, everything. Lumulusot yan. Whether or not dues are paid, that's, I cannot, Davao alone, malaki yan. It's being talked openly.
So ngayon, Mayor, ngayon na meron hong request galing kay BIR Commissioner Kim Henares tungkol sa rice smuggling, are you going to be at the forefront in fighting or curbing smuggling in your city?
Sinabi ko nga sabi ko, wag ninyong gawin yan dito, ever again.
Alright.
Kasi mapapasama ako. Baka sabihin ng mga tao, bakit ang Davao malakas pala? Yan ang ginagawa ng mayor doon. Ang tao, hindi kasi nila alam na the local government units do not have any power at all over national agencies. At makakialam ka doon, you're always a suspect that si Mayor Duterte pumasok dito, baka may nilalakad na shipment. I avoid it like a plague. Ayaw ko kasing ma-misconstrue ng mga tao yung ginagawa ko.
Thank you, Mayor. Mayor, huling katanungan lang. Kanina ay pinakikinggan ko po yung inyong opening statement. At you were mentioning about the local or the national officials or officials per se. And your exact words were, the trouble with us in government is that we talk too much, act too slow, and do too little. Sino ho ba ang pinatutungkulan nyo dito?
Well, I'm addressing myself to all law enforcement agencies. So, Customs, NBI, Justice Department.
Mabagal ho ba gumalaw ang customs sa Ginong Mayor?
Customs, pag gusto nilang mabagal ang laro, mabagal talaga yan. If they want it slowly done, then
Kaya nila.
It's a question of money.
Kung gusto nilang mabilis, pwede nilang bilisan.
Money again.
Bakit ho nyo nasabi na ang bakit nyo nasabi pera?
Pera-pera lang?
Opo.
Ganun talaga. That's the reality. I have asked so many persons, but they want it sobrosa. Ibig sabihin may binibigay. I have a list of persons here, but the lawyer in me says that the standard of fair play, since I do not have any proof, but I have the names. So any law enforcement agency who might be interested, I'm not empowered to do an investigation. But if they want, I can supply them. But nakialam ako sa Port of Davao. I never went beyond the boundaries of the city. Kung ano ang, kasi ayaw ko makialam.
Since you have already identified by yourself si Mr. Bangayan as Mr. David Tan, is he still allowed to enter your city?
Look, ang sinabi ko ganito. Ayaw ko simula ngayon sa lahat na may bababa dito na smuggled goods. Sabi ko, babarilin ko kayo. And if this guy would go to Davao and start to unload at nakakita ko nandyan siya, you must be in the commission with crime. I will gladly kill him. And so we go to prison. I mean, I'm old, Your Honor. I could spend the remaining days of my life in prison. Matanda na rin ako. Marami na rin akong sakit. The most is about 5 to 10 years. I can do away with distress by reading books and while away my time, reminiscing the lost glory.
So, ibig niyong sabihin, pagka pumunta ho to si David Bangayan alias David Tan sa Davao at mag-smuggle ng bigas o smuggled products, papatayin niyo po?
Well, of course, hintayin ko siya sa labas. I do not want to tinker with his own. Pagka lumaban ito and he puts up a good fight, I would not hesitate. I'll do it for my country. Sabi ko nga, mahirap ito sa Pilipinas. Wala naman Pilipinong gustong pumatay. Wala naman Pilipinong gustong magpakamatay para sa tao. I'm not trying to be a hero. But I said, I do not want to allow the impression na, kaya sinabi ko doon sa lahat, I gathered them all, lahat. Police, customs, coast guard. Sinabi ko sa kanila na, huminto kayo. Huminto kayo kasi ayaw kong mabalita na ang syudad ko ginagamit. Baka sabihin nga, kasabihan kasing nakikialam ang mayor eh. May ibang syudad talaga. Meron dito nga isang vice mayor, I think. But I cannot, I said, by reason of fair play, I will not.
So your statement will serve as a stern warning to all smugglers not to smuggle in your city?
No, yes, sir.
Okay.
Exactly, that is the idea.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Maraming salamat po, Senator Jinggoy Estrada. Will call on Senator Pia Cayetano. We want to continue. Can we ask the senators to ask their questions later? We just want to recognize Mayor Duterte. He came from Davao pa to be a witness because yung nag-cause po nitong inquiry nito yung controversy sa Davao rice smuggling at si Mayor Duterte po may first-hand siya pong experience on what happened in Davao, so maybe we can ask him to tell us the story of the rice smuggling in Davao.
Your Honor, may I be allowed to make a statement before, to lay the predicate of my testimony?
You are allowed to say anything.
Whenever a request for my assistance is made by someone who I believe is motivated solely by the desire to advance the interests of government and people, never will I say no. For I consider it my duty and obligation as a government employee to cooperate and work closely with the agencies of government within the limits of my capacity and authority to do what the situations call for. Conscious of the fact that at the end of the day, I and I alone am responsible for the consequences of my act. Someone once said, I have no friends to serve, I have no enemies to harm. That has been always the norm of conduct, my conduct for more than 30 years in public service, and I intend to keep it that way. On December 17, 2013, I was informed that BIR Commissioner Kiminares was asking for my help in addressing the problem of rice smuggling, which she said bedevils the port of Davao City. You and I know the terrible effects that rice smuggling bears. It robs the government of precious income and impoverishes the Filipino farmer. It is economic sabotage at worst. More than that, rice smuggling erodes the people's trust and faith in government, particularly in its capacity to enforce the laws, an erosion that cuts deeply into the very foundation upon which government authority rests. Loss of trust and faith is an ailment which our government cannot afford, not at this time, not ever. Later on, I was able to talk to Commissioner Renares by telephone. I could sense exasperation and frustration in her voice. The following day, I met and conferred with the District Collector of the Bureau of Customs, Attorney Samson Pacasom, to get the specifics of this rice smuggling in Davao City. Subsequently, upon my call and invitation, I met with the officials of the Philippine Port Authority, Philippine Coast Guard, Bureau of Customs, Bureau of Internal Revenue, National Bureau of Investigations, CIDG, PNP, Philippine Navy, and other agencies in brainstorming conference to ferret out the who's, the why's, how's, and when's of rice smuggling in the city. On January 10, 2014, I met with the local rice traders at Marco Polo, Davao City, after which I was interviewed by media. It was in that interview that I showed the picture of Mr. David Tan, the central figure in this mess. The trouble with us in government is that we talk too much, act too slow, and do too little. Let me ask, don't we? I heard it was said that what this country needs, given the prevailing conditions, is not more laws, but more good men in public service. Let me ask again, do we subscribe to that? Thank you, and good morning.
Salamat po, Mr. Mayor Duterte. Wala na ba po kayong i-add na kwento kung may nalalaman kayo dun sa rice smuggling sa Davao?
Problem, Your Honor, is that I am with the local government and the Bureau of Customs and other national agencies are distant stars from us. And I do not want really to just inquire without any significant or substantial authority because usually it will sometimes be the opposite that kaming mga mayor ay nagbibigay ng protection kaya hindi ako nakikalam talaga. But because of the request of Commissioner Inares, nagtatanong-tanong ako. And indeed, maraming smuggling sa Davao. Una niyan is outright smuggling. They come prepared with the complete papers, yung sinas-recycle. Ipapalusot nila yan, ma'am. Tapos, surreptitiously remove the rice out of the custom zones. Kung kaya nila yan, yun na yun. Hindi magamit yung permit. Pag nabunggo, puproduce ka agad yun nilang yung permit. But usually, kung nakalusot, gagamitin nila sa ibang shipment. Always meron silang yung permit. Other smuggling is outright. Talagang walang papeles. Others is you undervalue, when actually there's more in that container than what is reflected in the documents in customs, or misdeclaration. Yung cargo with lower tariffs, for example, farm implements, 1%, when as a matter of fact, it is really rice nandoon. Yun lang ho, at tatanong-tanong ako kasi wala naman ho akong authority talaga maghingi ng mga dokumento. Except that I was facing a blank wall. I must admit that I'm quite ignorant about operations customs. So I met with the intelligence community. Kasi ang lumalabas doon sa investigation is David Tan. So sabi ko doon sa intelligence community, produce to me a face of David Tan. Sabi ko sa kanila, trabaho ninyo yan. I'm dealing with somebody na hindi ko kilala. I need a face. So, ang intelligence community ho, nag-produce ng binigay sa akin. Ito yun.
Pwede po kung you furnish us a copy of the face?
Gladly.
And siya ba ho yung nakikita nyo ngayon si Mr. Davidson Bangayan, yung face na yun?
He's the one portrayed in the picture.
Okay.
Not even similar. I think he's the one. I have no doubt about it. Galing ito ng, I am not a part of the military. And so we have observed that protocol that kung anong maibigay na sa akin, di ko alam kung sino talaga nag-produce. But I'm sure that I met them in the room at sinabi ko that I have to have something to start. Maski query lang dito, questions doon kasi kinausap nga ako ni Kim Menares. Asa, dumating ito sa akin, ito yung
Marami pong salamat, Mayor Duterte. It's the turn now of the senators to ask by order of arrival. Tatawagin ko po si Senator Ponce Enrile, tapos si Senator J.V. Ejercito, and then Senator Grace po.
Pahintulot po na ninyo, Madam Chair, at saka ng aking kasama sa una, Senator Ejercito. Gusto ko sana magtanong sa ating butihing mayor ng Davao City, isang kaibigan. Welcome to this Senate hearing, Mr. Mayor.
salamat.
You're now the mayor, you're not the vice mayor of Davao City.
Mayor again, sir.
Salamat. Welcome to the Senate. Meron lang akong tatanungin po, nabanggit nyo na pinulong ninyo yung may nagkaroon ng meeting ang mga rice traders sa Davao City. At doon ay napasama yung isang trader na ang pangalan na kilala ninyo ay David Tan. Di ba?
Yun ang mga pangalan that keeps cropping up, Your Honor. I think there's no doubt in this room that he is really the one.
Kaya nga, sino yung sinasabi niyo na David Tan na nakilala niyo dun sa meeting na yun?
Oh, sir. Yeah, I said, in that meeting, I was furnished a copy. Right? Because right after that meeting with the rice traders, I met with the intelligence community because yung pangalan no, lumalabas, David Tan, eh, sabi ko, wala akong, I need the face.
Nandito ba yung David Tan na yun?
Is the one?
Sino siya? Sino siya? Ito?
Yes, that's the one.
Si De Bangayan.
Yeah.
Ang sabi niya nung tinanong ko siya po, nagnenegosyo daw siya sa Davao City. Palagay ko naman sa opisina ng Pangulo ng lungsod ng Davao, ay nalalaman ninyo yung mga negosyante na humihingi ng lisensya sa inyong lungsod. Ito ba ay merong negosyo sa Davao City?
Business permit.
Business permit?
We would know, but the business permit, none. But it is bruited about that he goes there once a year, and therefore he is not in Davaoenyo. Once a year to ask questions about the business of scrap metal and fertilizer. Yun ang negosyo niya pumapasok sa Davao. Of course, including the rice.
Salamat po.
So many birth certificates or whatever, nakapokus ako sa kanya. Siya yan dito sa, we live in the southernmost city. Pero dito sa Maynila, alam ng lahat siya.
So, muli
Lahat
po,
ng gustong mag-import, pupunta sa kanya. Siya kasi ang naka-establish ng linya sa lahat ng ports. It could be Davao, it could be Cebu, Cagayan, Manila. Sometimes Batangas.
so sa muli po, Madam Chairman, ano po ba ang suhestyon ninyo, Mayor? Dahil nga nakikita ninyo lahat yan, pero parang nakatali yung kamay ninyo dahil nga sabi ninyo, may mga permits nga sila galing dito. Ano pong pwede nating gawin para nga masugpo yan kaagad?
Yan, Your Honor, give back the power to import solely sa NFA.
So isa po yan sa...
Kasi yung permit, yun yung nagpa-farm out eh. Pinagbibili yan, ma'am. Pagbili, may pera yan. Bibilihin nila, may pera yan. Pero pera kasi dito eh. Ganun yan. Pagkuha mo ng permit, I'm not saying that ngayon. Noon, bibili ka ng permit. They will finance you to get the permit. Pera yan. Ipagbibili yan. Then bilihin niya. I-import siya using that permit. Pagdating ito namang farmer na Pilipino, pupunta sa kanya, luluhod siya kasi siya yung financer. Eh. How can you import rice with the farmers, the cooperatives at the mercy of these guys. Paano?
Salamat po. Napaka-importante po ng pagsabi ninyo na siguro NFA na lang dahil yan nga din po ang tinanong ng ating Senator JV na mas mapapadali nga yung trabaho din ng customs kung sakasakali. Ngayon, may nabanggit din kayong intelligence na ginagamit niyo. Alam ko po meron kayong suporta ng 26 Grains Cooperative at Rice Traders sa Davao. Napaka-importante na nasa iyo ang tiwala nila. Yung ginagamit po ba ninyong intelligence na nabanggit ninyo kung saan na nagbigay ng larawan ni Davidson Bangayan, David Tan, ito ba'y privately hired? Ito ba'y mga customs intelligence or local government intelligence?
Ma'am, gabi ko to intelligence community ng government. It's military and the police.
Oh, dapat napaka-importante kasi ang source ng ating intelligence, kung kayo po ay merong access sa ganon, dapat talaga yung ating mga government agencies ay magkaroon ng ganyan na mapapagkatiwalaan. Ngayon, sa huli na lang po, ito po, ipapaalala ko lang po sa ating secretary, yung hinihingi po nating listahan ng NGOs. Kasi po, chinek lang namin ngayon, hindi po nakarating yung listahan. Siguro po, dito sa main receiving area ng Senate at saka sa office po namin, wala pa po doon yung listahan. So, siguro po ay nagkamali lamang ng pag-deliver. Yun lamang po, Madam Chair. Maraming salamat.
Maraming salamat, Senator Grace Poe. We remind the DA to submit the list. And then we now acknowledge Senator Jinggoy Estrada for his question. Para po ito